Well guys, it's Christmas once again, and I am psyched as hell for Christmas. And as every year, I introduce this lovely tree for everyone to see. And then, I introduce myself. Hey, Super Kanata here, and it's another Christmas Time Part 1 video. Christmas Time 2018 actually. And yeah, I thought as usual make a review of a game that I got for Christmas and just try and do my best with it. So, as usual, we do it this way. And we've got the cube at the back again, like I've done for a while now. With my Splatoon t-shirt on, by the way. So today's game is Dying Light. See, the reason why I picked this one is because, for reasons, I didn't want to do Kingdom Hearts, because I got that last year, but I didn't want to do it because it's just hard for me to think of how I was going to talk about it, so I decided not to do it. But while we're Dying Light, I had things I wanted to say. Okay, so what is the premise of the game? The game is about a city or a country that has been infected by a virus that pretty much means zombies. And basically you're a guy, I'm not going to name real names, but you're a guy who goes into this city to basically destroy it, basically to get recon and destroy the virus and make sure that you can get as many people as you want as you can out of the city, but they're not like your biggest concern. That's pretty much the basis, and then obviously when you get on you kind of realise, oh, these people are really good people and they don't deserve to die, and you want to save them too. And to be honest with you, that's pretty much a lot of the premise, but then there's a lot more that goes on with it, but it's mostly that. But there are some really great characters in the game. There's this woman and her brother who are really good. I like them because their characters are really interesting to me, and it just shows how much they care for each other and how much they've adapted to this world of zombie infections and how to go around it. Because basically to survive in this town you have to parkour, you've got to jump buildings, stay off ground, and make sure you do not get hit by any sort of zombies. And that's the thing about this game, is the zombies in this game change within the day it is, the time and day it is. If it's the morning, they're quite docile sort of zombies, they're not really smart, they're quite bland, they're quite simpletons, so they're not really a threat if you know how to get around them. So it's quite easy in the morning time, but still you don't want to go onto the ground because zombies are very aggressive in this game, so the ground is bad. Staying upwards is good, and there's loads of weapons that you can do to kill them. So there's a lot of things in the ground, you can pick up a lot of melee weapons, and it's really easy to just get out of it and just want to attack zombies. You just want to jump, attack them, and just go out on a bang with it. Sort of like Dead Rising, when you just want to attack zombies all the time. So it's similar in that sort of way. And it's very, it's very interesting in that way. So it's like, you kind of think with it is that it's going to be just like another generic sort of zombie based game, but no, it actually makes you feel like you are surviving this zombie apocalypse. You have to figure out how to craft items, you've got to figure out ways to find safe havens, you've got to make sure to stay away from the dark, which I will get to. So it does make you think a lot of how you guys strategically think of how you're going to go around. One thing that you should remember is that in this game you need to get safe houses, you need to get save points, and the save points are stuck with zombies, So like you have to stop the zombies from getting into these safe havens, and you've got to clear them from zombies, and then they become safe havens. And with the safe havens, they have these UV lights that stop the night zombies from coming in, which again I'll talk about in a second. But that's something I like, is like the safe havens. There's loads of them around, and you can just like get, you know, you can use it as like a place to be safe, a place to go, like to save the game, and also to sleep to make the morning come back. So you literally, in this game, you do feel that it is safe to be in these places. You don't feel like, oh, it's just a place to go just to hide from zombies. No, you actually do feel safe, and it feels really comforting being in these like little places. But now talking about the night is the worst bit about the game. Not isn't it's bad about the game. It's the worst bit when you're playing the game, because the zombies at night are aggressive. They are the worst ever. They just attack, and they are brutal, and they are stronger, and it's not very easy to it's not very easy to kill them, because they are strong and they run fast and they will get you. And that's why it's good to stay in like safe havens and sitting next to light, because they hate light. So if if you just use some light and use some of your actual if you use your brain, you can get past them quite easily and be able to survive it. But if you don't have like any light or anything like that, they will come after you and kill you. So, which I think is a great mechanic, because it makes you, again, it's a strategic sort of way how you get around these, like this country. You want to get around it by making sure you do not like do stupid stuff. It does make you just think. And to be honest with you, I died a lot in this game because of how I was taking these ideas. Like I thought, okay, I could just jump around, like jump over zombies, attack them, and get around it. It doesn't work like that, because there are some really big zombies that can kill you so quickly, and it's better to kind of plan out a attack rather than just going for it. And that's what I can say about that. Graphically, it's lovely. It's not something amazing to show off the PS4's graphics, but graphics in this game are actually pretty decent. They're alright. I wouldn't say any more higher up than what the PS3 and Xbox 360 did back in the day. It's not as big as it. Not wow graphics. They're nice, but they're just not amazing. But yeah, but it still looks the plan. It's great, and the city that they're trying to make is really cool. I like the look of it. It's like a Middle East sort of country, and it looks so good. It looks like you really are there, and you just definitely, and it definitely makes you feel like you're in this sort of shantytown world, or this like Middle Eastern world. It's really cool, and I say the characters in this are really cool, because they're obviously Middle Eastern, and they you do feel like you're in that sort of country. You don't feel like it's just generic, like a generic town or city. It's literally like you're in this proper Middle Eastern country with all these sort of problems. It's really cool. And then again, the missions in this game are pretty basic. You can do side missions, main quests, which I think the side quests are actually a lot of fun, to be honest with you. I complete most of them, and I think they're actually really good. Some of the best sort of side missions I've played in games like this. The main missions are good, don't get me wrong, but they're not. It's not as surprisingly, it's not as long as it looks. I think the side missions make the game go longer, but the main quests aren't that long. I don't think so. I think I'm waiting I took my time, but if I took it properly, I think it took me about 9 hours to beat. But the side missions make it go longer, so you feel like you're getting your money's worth on that too. Not like you didn't get your money's worth from the story bit, it's just that I think you're getting more from doing these two. And the gameplay is pretty good. It's just standard FPS sort of gameplay, so if you've ever played any FPS in your life, you know what I'm talking about. So it's really just that. And I think the controls are similar to Mirror's Edge, if I remember. It's been a while since I played this game, but I think it was sort of like Mirror's Edge sort of controls, but it still works brilliantly. And it's, you know, it's fluent controls. I didn't think I had a problem with controls. I think maybe once I did, but I think that was just my own problems of me just being frustrated with the game. But that was just it, really. So yeah, overall, I will give this game a definite 8 out of 10. It's a lovely game, lovely characters, lovely designs of zombies, and if you're a fan of something like The Walking Dead, this is a definite one to get, because it reminds me of The Walking Dead in some ways. Like, you have to survive and have like places to live and make sure that your people are safe, and the colonies are great, and the colonies are safe and all that for them. Like, you have to build them, so that's really cool. I like that. One thing I'm not looking forward to though, you would think because I like this game I'm looking forward to the second one. I really ain't. I don't think that looks that good, to be honest with you. I think it looks kind of bland, whilst this one was really good. And I definitely recommend, if you got a PS4, PC, Xbox One, pick it up. It's a great game. And anyway guys, that was my review for this year of Christmas time. I'll see you on Christmas Day to show you what I've got. Anyway guys, this is Super Kanata here, signing out. Have a nice day. Happy gaming.